10 o'clock, 13 degrees, not bad actually. Heading for a high today. The weatherman says 14 degrees. Believe me, we're going to surpass that easily. We're going to go to 18 degrees. And I think we'll stop around about there. Even though my co-host this morning in the breakfast show does say 20 degrees, she's usually right. But I'm disputing that. I'm saying 18 degrees. We won't get any higher than that. It is Thursday, August 26th. And yeah, it must be weird actually talking to the future. These guys won, even in a pool right now. Loving that, really am. Is the band MirrorPoint coming out of North Carolina? You know, we have so much talent come out of North Carolina, and I must talk to a number of bands that we have out of there where they know Sanford, because believe me, they should hook up. These guys are absolutely excellent, but absolutely. Check this out. We also had Peter joining us this morning. He's the does the hip hop deal in the bands and everything like that. So believe me, it is an absolute pleasure to have Peter with us. Peter Richard, nice to have you on board. But before we go live, let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, here, joining us live is MirrorPoint. And push, just push play. So how's the COVID virus thing going for you guys?
We're back to starting to have some issues. So we're still out and about for the most part, but masks are back.
Okay. We were actually in lockdown, and we haven't been in lockdown for ages. It was about a year and a half that we went without anything in the community. Then we got friendly with our next door neighbours, the Australians, and what do you know? We've got the Delta virus in here, and it's starting to, it's not looking good, to be very honest with you.
That's it. So, it's up here too.
Yeah, and look, I don't foresee us having our borders open for a long time. It's really disturbing because, I mean, as you know, guys, we work on literally having bands come into the country and performing and doing tours and stuff like that. I mean, Barbara is the member of, or the manager of Aurora Entertainments, almost 2 years now looking at no work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, we had a cruise booked coming out of New Zealand to Australia in 22, and they're already talking about canceling it. So.
Right. Well, I tell you what, if you do come to New Zealand, you know, we would love to have you catch up, do a couple of shows.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, my brother-in-law is this close. As soon as you guys open up immigration, he wants to come to New Zealand and open up a bakery.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We'll have to instruct him on how to make a lamington then.
Okay, I'll let him know.
Believe, we were talking to a family coming out of Canada, and they went, "What the hell is a lamington?" So we gave them all the instructions, the recipe, the whole deal, and now the lamington freaks. They really are. But I was having them on. I says, you have to go to the bakery, get your net out, and catch them in the wild.
Okay.
Yeah. Roving lamingtons.
But the rest will follow, though, right?
Yeah, of course. You catch one, you can catch the whole bloody tribe. And you get two flavours. You get chocolate and raspberry. I like the raspberry ones. You know.
Huh.
Anyway, let's go live to the desk, guys. Oh,
Here we go.
75. How many cities?
43.
Oh, very cool. 243 cities are tuned in.
Galaxy
That's right. You're right here at galaxy107fm, and got to welcome along everybody on Facebook Live right now. Nice to have you guys along, especially Tina Lou. Very, very cool to have you on board. Say hi to Angel. Give her our love, won't you? Coming out of Oklahoma now. Today I'm really elated, and believe me, it's almost been a year since we caught up with these guys, but yeah, they know my shenanigans, so they're going to be a little wise to me today, I think. And they've come armed this time. Not only do we have the back line of MirrorPoint, but also we have royalty with us as well. Peter's joining us. He's the hip-hop voice and does all the vocals and of the song Push Play. Just love this track. Now, guys, welcome back to Galaxy.
What's going on, Grant? How are you?
Yeah, I'm kind of loving your office, I got to be honest with you.
It's a little bit different temperature here than it is there.
Sure, I'd like to see your secretaries next.
Yeah, there you go. I tried to get her to stay out here, but she went in.
Ah, gosh, it happens, doesn't it? It's very warm over there. What, 100 and something degrees?
Yeah, it's about 105 today, yeah.
Phew. That's warm, it's got to be honest with you. Now, at the same time, I've got to say, Wayne, absolutely loving the attire.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I got it celebrated for our 4th of July or Independence Day, and you can't let a good outfit like this go to waste for just one day.
Hell no.
I wear it as often. Yeah.
Hell no. I tell you what, I want you to send me some of those as well. I like those.
Right.
I can see you wearing those.
I'll wear them down the main street on Christmas.
Oh, you will get you to do it too. You're on.
Just for that,
Yeah.
They're coming. They're coming to you.
Nice. Well, I tell you what, I got a friend of mine, he's coming out of the United States as well. He did a song called, what was it, pants? Yoga pants. Yoga pants. And he wants to come to New Zealand. I says to him, you bring me a pair of those yoga pants and even if they're pink, I don't care. Get together with me. We'll go down the main street on a Friday night in our biggest city and get a TV crew to follow us. What do you reckon? He goes, you're on. So, tell you what, I'll take you up on it.
I used to like yoga pants, Grant.
Well, you know, it's not all about...
He'll do it with you. He'll do it with you.
Don't worry, Peter, it's not all about the yoga pants. Have you ever heard of a mankini?
I rock those on all the cruises.
Well, I tell you what, I'll send you a Galaxy pair of mankinis.
Yes.
I got
I'll send you back pics.
Yeah, no, I bet you know the hardest thing was finding where we were going to put the logo.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, actually on the strap. Really was. Sean Adams is watching. Nice to have you on board, Sean, and welcome back. Sean's coming for an interview soon,
No,
isn't
he's
it?
had an interview.
He's had an interview. Okay, fair enough. Well,
Keep
you know,
up,
he's coming
Brian.
back again soon. I know he's going to release new music any time now. You know, guys, we opened up the show with Just Push Play. Now, tell me a little bit about this. Where did this come from?
This one was we just kind of had an idea about thinking about being younger when we used to get in the car and cruise, used to get in the Firebird and run up and down the highway with your best girl at your side and all that kind of stuff. And life gets kind of hectic as we get older. So the idea behind the song was to just grab your girl, jump in the car, crank up some tunes that make you smile, and cruise down the road with the windows down. And we got to the little breakdown part where we made this music. Travis and I did. And I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it vocally, and I didn't really want to do a guitar solo. So I thought about Peter, and I brought him in, and he just nailed it he really kind of tied the whole story together with his rap breakdown there, and it worked really well.
Now, Peter, how did you meet these guys?
So I worked with Mark at a former company. We had a former mutual employer, and he was just super talented. He did all of the production and the behind-the-scenes video and audio production, and we realized that both of us actually got to where we were because of a love of music, and sort of grew from there.
Yeah.
You know, I get that. I really do. Now, Wayne, absolute as I said to you, I got a lot of respect for you, sir. I really, really do. Special Operations Recruiting Battalion USA. First Sergeant. I was a flight sergeant in the Air Force here in New Zealand, so believe me, I have a lot of respect for anybody like that. But I got to ask you, Cajun born, but brought up in Texas, right? Can't take the Cajun out of the Texan now?
No, well, so it's my dad was Air Force, so salute to you from my Air Force father. Moved around a little bit, but born Cajun, so I got some Creole, love some crawdad, but I also love some steak, and I throw that little flavor down, a little spiciness with that Western like toughness with everything that I do.
You know, I respect that as well. Got to be honest with you, I'm sort of kind of partial to a bit of Cajun, to be very honest. I like gumbo, you know, and believe me, I've been there. I've had some gumbo in the past, became an addict. I got to be honest with you, they can't make it here in New Zealand, which is a shame. It really is. Terry Van Cannon's joining us. Nice to have you on board, Terry. And Luann, nice to have you on board as well. Now, at the same time, guys, we've been playing Realign for, you know, maybe a few days, few weeks, to be honest with you. But we really haven't gone in depth with it, told nobody anything about it, just played it. It's, you know, dipping the toe in the water kind of feel, see how it goes. And Pete, I got to give you big props for this particular track because, believe me, I can see this getting straight into the Galaxy charts in absolutely no time. Realign. Where did this come from, Mark?
Well, basically, same kind of deal as Just Push Play. I had put a lot of the music together, and Travis we were working on this bass line part, and I was doing a lot of different genres. And so Travis came up with this cool bass line, and it made me think about like 1990s Dr. Dre kind of hip hop kind of feel during the verse. And the choruses were rocky. We had the big power chorus, and I had the big guitar riffs. And so I kind of felt like it was a merger of, you know, of a good power rock song, but also some hip hop elements. And so once again, I wanted to bring Peter in to do the breakdown where the little air horn goes off and he goes into the Dearly Beloved part. That was the original context, and he was going to just do that. But he came up with so many great lyrics that really tied the story together that Travis and I had thought of, which was, we had the chorus, which was, we've got to take a step back. This world has gotten crazy. Everybody needs to take a breath in and just relax a little bit because we're so uptight and scared and petrified of everything. And it's like, take a step back. And then Peter just nailed it. He just brought the concept of what's going on, especially here in America, to the verses.
You know, I get that. I really do. Now, Peter, how long have you been singing, bro?
Since about 2000, 99, 2000, somewhere in there. So a while.
You see, basically, I'm an engineer. I have been for almost 40 years, not only as a studio engineer, but also a front of house. I've worked around the world with some of the biggest bands in the world. And to me, you sound very, very comfortable in your craft. You know what I mean? And I absolutely applaud both, not only Mark, but also Wayne as well, for being able to make a relationship with you where this works in their style of music. You know what I'm saying? I mean, here, written down right here is raised on rock and roll with a blend of blues, soul, R&B, country, pop. Now they can add hip hop as well, and this works for you guys. Basically, it is throw it all in a blender, hit frappe, and you come out with MirrorPoint. You really do. You really do.
Yeah, it really is.
So, Realign. Now, at the same time, Peter, how did you fit your style into this particular song? Because it really, at the same time, doesn't feel like a hip-hop kind of deal. It more feels a bit of country, bit of rock in there. How did you take the hip-hop and make it your own?
Well, there is a lot of rock in there. And when I first heard the beat, I heard Travis's bass line, and I thought of Earthworm Jim, which is an old video game, and it's got a real, like, George Clinton P-Funk kind of soundtrack to it. And so that's the part that I really wrote the original verse to. And then when I went down to the studio and went over what I had come up with Mark, Mark's a genius in the studio. He just knows how to layer everything together and make it sound like it's cohesive. So we cut that one verse, and it just sounded so good on that part that Mark was like, hey, do you have anything else? And I had given him a couple other lines that I had been kind of brainstorming on as I was thinking of the concept for the song that they had provided me. This take a step back and let's just breathe and let's assess all of the division that we have and step back from it and try to realign things. And I had come up with several concepts, but the one verse went down and Mark produced it and engineered it in a matter of minutes, and it just sounded fantastic on the beat that he had sent me and that we had cut it to. And so when I tried the other verses, they just flowed naturally with the song. Yeah. And I wasn't actually complete with them. I hadn't finished those other verses, but as we worked through it, it just all came together, and I think the styles blend perfectly.
I got to agree with you. Excuse me. I've got to agree with you, Pete. And at the same time, I think it's one of these songs that is going to carry longevity. You know what I mean? It's something that's going to be around for a long, long time, and including Wayne's bass playing there. Absolutely superb. It really, really is. Mark, you know, you're a genius as a drummer as well. You really, really are. But I've got a lot of respect for you as an engineer as well. Now, Peter, I've got to let you know, as an engineer or as a DJ, I don't listen to music like a normal fan would. You know what I mean? I kind of break it down, try and work out the blemishes, find out where things were done and layered and everything like that. And really, Mark's an absolutely exceptional engineer in his own right. Did you produce it yourself, Mark?
Yeah, I do everything here for all of MirrorPoint stuff. Everything that we do, I record it, mix it, master it, all of it right here at the house. And of course, Travis and Pete come in and they do their parts, and they help me with structure and writing. And when we put it together, the frappe thing is a good way to put it. I'll put a lot of the ingredients in, but then they come in and add their special stuff, and then we frap it all up.
You know, I wasn't actually trying to make fun there, but it's a good way to describe it, I feel, anyway, because believe me, I think it works. It really, really does. Now, having said that, as a fan, how do we get hold of you guys? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, guys, do you respond?
Absolutely. Yeah, you can find us on Facebook at MirrorPoint, MirrorPoint Band. Everything is at MirrorPoint Band. So it's on Facebook, Instagram, and more importantly, Spotify and Apple Music and so on and so forth is where you can find the track. Just go type in Realign or type in MirrorPoint and the song will pull up. Our first album, which you played some stuff before on there, Grant, and just did a little bit earlier today on the morning show there. A lot of the stuff's on there. The new track with Peter, it's doing great on Spotify. We're almost at 50,000 streams, so it's doing really well. Absolutely brilliant. Now, I've got to ask you too,
it is sort of a surreal time right now, but believe me, we here at Galaxy, we actually haven't been sitting on our hands going, oh dear, oh my. We're all prepared for when our borders open up, and it looks like it's ever decreasingly getting later and later and later, but we're not sitting here doing nothing. We're prepared for when these borders open up and we can put bands on. Now, Peter, I know I've asked these guys in the past, but would you like to join these guys here in New Zealand and do some shows?
Oh, absolutely. I would love to. I've never been to New Zealand. I would love to come there.
Yeah, believe me.
Everything I've seen about it is absolutely beautiful. Definitely on my bucket list of destinations.
You know, Peter, before you say any more, and these guys know about this, literally, they do. I've been down this road with them. But as I said to you before, I'm into shenanigans, if you know what I mean. So I hope you're up for a challenge or two.
Okay. What do we got?
Oh, believe me, we got
to New Zealand. Is that the challenge?
Oh, but believe me, by the time you meet me, you'll be wanting to leave New Zealand anytime now. You really will. But believe me, we can do this again in the near future. We actually do have to move on and release to the world this morning. And believe me, Peter, we are in almost every country in the world. They all tune us in. We are global, and we're taking you to that nth degree right now. Here is a brand new song releasing MirrorPoint and realign.
It's time to realign. It's time to realign.
I can see this going on the charts. I really can.
Cool. We love it.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, you know that after this we'll do some crazy photo stuff and bits and pieces. Barbara will turn it all into a movie as well. You can get it on YouTube, and for everybody on YouTube, they can, don't forget, do the click thing and everything like that so they get notifications. But we're going to do something new this time as well, guys.
All right.
We're going to make you a cartoon.
Hi again.
Nice.
We'll turn the whole movie that Barbara puts together, we'll turn it into a cartoon. But at the same time, we do crazy photos and stuff. Pete, you'll be able to put them on your phone, show your friends, Kiwis,
Nice.
not healthy, you know what I mean?
So can you make me Earthworm Jim?
I can make you whatever you want, but I don't do the cartoon. With enough money, I can turn you into anything.
That's right.
That's right.
Believe me.
I might be able to put a hat or two.
What do you use for the cartoons? Or who does?
I think that's a trade secret. Believe me, I asked the same question. She won't let me know. For those of you that are going to be watching this later on over there on YouTube, you know what to do, right? You do, yes. Sub, thumb, bell. Bingo. Bell notifications for when we have important people, much like the bandits joining us today, MirrorPoint, coming out of Sanford. What a great name.
In North Carolina.
Yeah, only
And hi,
one
Terry.
D in that name too, not two Ds.
Hi, Terry.
Yes, Terry's joining us. Terry's a good friend of ours coming out of North Carolina, and he plays steel guitar. Absolute master at it. He really, really is. So believe me. Wonder, Terry, are you anywhere near Sanford? Check out these guys. Honest. You'll love them.
Yes, play steel guitar. Yeah, I just did a little steel guitar song not too long ago for the first time.
Okay, well, Terry has a band called Dr. T. They actually did a gig last weekend. I've seen the videos, I really have.
Oh, nice.
It's nice to hear that some people are actually getting a little bit of work, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Actually, Sanford is hosting the independent market
Yeah,
show.
Carolina Indie Fest. Yeah.
Carolina
Very cool.
Indie Fest, where we're at.
Very cool. Oh, by the way, we actually have a North Carolina flag here, so we represent for you guys.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah, a friend of ours coming out of North Carolina, his name is Brian Smith from Smitty and the Jump Starters. He sent us your original flag, and so we've put it in place of honour.
Fantastic.
There is so much good talent come out of your regions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
There really is a lot of musical talent in North Carolina,
yeah.
and we've been kind of under the radar for years. But whenever there's a music contest, you always see somebody from North Carolina competing and doing so at a high level, going pretty far in whatever that music contest is. And every once in a while, somebody breaks through.
Well, believe me, Pete, you've broken through today. But I'll give you the numbers of how many people were online through this interview after we finish. No use giving them to you now because it's still growing, you know what I mean? But I'll give you those very shortly. We will have to wrap this up right now, but just hang in there, guys, after we do so, because believe me, we've still got a bit of shenanigans to go on with, okay?
All right. Sounds good.
It's time to realign.
You know, guys, just while we were playing that, we've had 300 requests for this song just coming in.
Awesome.
That's fantastic.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that really is fantastic. It is. So far, we've had close to about 1,100 requests total for the song since we've been playing it, and it is growing, literally. Tina, love their songs. Yeah, absolutely. Tina coming out of Oklahoma, absolutely, absolutely. And you know something? They should send you a CD when they get one out.
We got one for the first album. We'll send it to her.
Okay, well, I tell you what, I'll get the email address or something like that so you can have a chat to Tina and maybe she can give you her mailing address and stuff like that,
She
whatever.
can leave it on here
Yeah,
and then I
You
can
can go right online. Point.
Yeah.
Find me.
Well, I tell you what, Tina, if you want to type in your email address and details and stuff like that, put it on there. The guys will see that very, very shortly. They really will. And believe me, they'll be happy to send you a CD. Having said that, how about sending me a few CDs so that we can do a giveaway with you guys here at Galaxy?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. How about one better? And believe me, this really works. How about sending me a T-shirt? Now I've seen your MirrorPoint.
I think he's going to send you the overalls there, the shorter alls.
everything.
Well,
Yeah.
Sure, I love the shorter alls, but you know something? I like that T-shirt he's wearing as well.
He's got the mirror T-shirt underneath.
Exactly.
Rock one, gotta rock both.
There
Exactly.
you go. You can send him. We'll send you the shirt and the CDs.
Very cool. And his pants as well.
Well, it's all one thing, so you're gonna get them all.
All right. Well, you better wash them before you post them, okay?
I don't promise anything, Grant.
I was going to say, he makes no promises.
Yeah, as long as it holds a 9-ounce beer, you'll be right.
All right. Well, I'm from Texas, where everything's bigger, so it's a 16-ounce beer. I hope you can handle it.
Yeah, believe me, 16 ounces. No worries. I'm into steins. We do liters here.
Oh yeah. We haven't got the metric system yet, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, well, you know, it's about a gallon and something, isn't it? A litre?
That's me.
Just on a gallon,
know
something
you.
like that. Anyway,
If you want to confuse an American.
yeah, but put it this way.
You've been to the moon.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Believe me, if you have one of our litre drinks, you'll be spending an extra 10 minutes in the men's.
There you
I
go.
think I have. Yeah, there we go. So this is the Texas leader.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. That's
Yep.
a beer.
Yeah, we do that.
That's a North Carolina brewing company too.
There we go.
Very good.
Yeah.
I hope you're going to fill one of those up and send it this way as well.
Yeah.
I'll probably drink it on the plane ride over, though. Grant.
Sure.
Yeah, that's for product placement now.
Well, yeah, why not? Get in there, believe me. But in the meantime, guys, we are going to have to wrap this up very, very quickly because we do have to go all the way over to England. Yes, we're going to London, England, to catch up with Renee Rain very, very shortly. Just after 11 o'clock New Zealand time, midnight over there in England. Very brave of her to sit up that long and wait to talk to me, but believe me, she will love us. She will, well, maybe, you
we
never
will
know.
love her.
But guys, hang in there, because we're going to go out with a little bit of cheap track.